Greetings, all you theater buffs. Wait, that's not it. Let's try this again. Hi, it's me, narrator. No, I think that's someone else's intro. You know what? I'm not going to waste any more time on this. I'll just come up with something for the next video. Any rate, subpar intros aside, there are a few things we need to explain. Greek theater is different than modern theater, mostly in the number of actors, with only 3 main actors taking on almost all of the roles. Thanks to the masks they wore, actors could assume several different roles in the same play. In ancient Greece, that newfangled thing called showing an actor's face was unheard of. The character was the star of the show, not the actor. In honor of that, I'm going to be wearing masks for the entirety of this video. Another distinct feature of Greek theater was the chorus. The chorus spoke as one, wore the same costume, narrated the play, and represented the common people. A comparison really driven home by the fact that the chorus entered through the same entrance as the citizens who came to see the plays. For pretty much every Greek play, the chorus served as backup singers for the main story being portrayed. However, the chorus did not always play such a secondary role in theater. For much of theater's early history, the chorus was the entire show. They would sing the tale they wished to tell. Then one guy got the bright idea to step out of the chorus and take the role of a character within the story being told. The little punk. That man's name was Thespis, and it is from his name that we get the term thespian. Then a man named Aeschylus came along with 2 earth-shattering ideas. The tragic play, which we'll get back to later, and the second actor. The addition of another individual to stand apart from the chorus and help tell the story allowed for all sorts of new features of theater, like character interaction and more complex stories being told for hours on end. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention, in Greece, theater was an all-day event. From sunrise to sunset, play after play would be provided to the Athenian people. Any rate, back to the topic at hand. If you thought that ancient theater was done being rocked, you were wrong. For another influential playwright would throw yet another new element into the mix in order to make his plays stand tall amongst the rest. His name was Sophocles, the man who wrote the very play we're going to be reviewing. And his brilliant idea was to add a 3rd actor. A 3rd actor? That's madness! Madness? This is early theater! Man, it just felt so powerful saying that. This in turn brings us to the play whose main character is most famous for a complex he never actually had. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Oedipus Rex. This play begins, as we are informed by the chorus, man, I love those guys, with Thebes in a bit of a pickle. You see, the Sphinx was being kind of a jerk to the people of Thebes. Anyone who couldn't answer her riddle, she killed and ate. Edward Nygma would be so proud. Time goes on, and apparently no one in Thebes is any good at solving riddles. That is, until Oedipus shows up out of the blue, answers the Sphinx riddle, kills her, and as a result, becomes king of Thebes. However, happy fun times don't last long in tragic plays, and soon Thebes has a plague on its collective hands. This is where the play actually begins, with Oedipus coming out to his people who are all like, Oedipus, you totally whooped that Sphinx creature, that's why we made you king? Could you help us with this whole plague thing? Man, I don't know why I made the chorus a bunch of surfer dudes, but hey, let's roll with it. Then Oedipus is like, don't worry, my dudes. As soon as I heard about the plague, I sent my brother-in-law Creon to the Oracle of Delphi. I'm sure he'll be back any second now with a clear-cut solution to our problem. And sure enough, Creon shows up right at that time. Little side note, in theater the Greeks believed in the 3 unities. Unity of action, unity of time, and unity of place. That means most, if not all, Greek plays have their plot points come one after the other, in one place over the span of one day. Meaning none of those wacky time jumps. Come on, get your act into a smaller time frame, Hugo! Any rate, back on track, Creon is like, hey guys, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news, there is a way out of this plague. The bad news, we've got to track down the long-lost murderer of our equally long-lost king. What's that supposed to mean? You see, long before you arrived, our previous king went missing. I always wondered why there was a position available for King of Thebes. Yup, that's why. Any rate, Apollo is super ticked that no one has avenged the old king's murder yet, so he sent down this play to get us to go and start avenging. Oedipus, being the stand up and do something kind of guy that he is like, "Certainly, I'll search night and day for the old king's murderer, and if any of you know who killed the old king and aren't going to tell me, I'll curse you even worse than I'll curse the murderer." Then Oedipus, or as I like to call him, E-Rex, get it because the play is called Oedipus Rex, and okay, I'll get back on track, calls down a number of horrible curses on the killer. I'm sure that's not going to bite him in the butt later. So E-Rex calls for this blind prophet for some more answers, and the old dude comes. At first he's just like, nope, 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 nope. But E-Rex keeps grilling him until the prophet spills the beans. Oedipus was the old king's killer. Naturally, Oedipus is rather upset by this, and concludes that Creon, his brother-in-law / guy he sent to get the blind prophet, had conspired with the prophet to take E-Rex's crown. So, like any self-respecting king would, he goes right ahead and accuses Creon to his face that he's a traitor the minute Creon returns to Thebes. Incensed that his own brother-in-law would accuse him of that, Creon retaliates, sparking a heated debate between the two. It gets so crazy that Jocasta, Erex's wife and Creon's sister, and the whole chorus have to convince Oedipus not to kill Creon. With that resolved, Jocasta's like, "Now what's wrong, sweetie?" "Well, that blind seer I sent Creon to get said that I was the old king's murderer. That's ridiculous, right?" "Of course, darling. In fact, the old king once got so worked up because the seer told him that his son was going to kill him. So he had that baby carried off in the woods and we never heard from him again. You see, you can't take seer's words at face value. It's all nonsense." "Phew, what a relief. But seriously, your kid was fated to kill his father? So was I. Man, what a small world." "Exactly. In fact, the old king was murdered by some random bandits where 3 roads meet." "Wait, on the day the old king was killed, where did you say he went?" "Where 3 roads meet? Why?" "I remember killing someone there many years ago. You see, the jerk tried to run me off the road, so I murdered my way through him and his crew." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the oldest surviving documentation of road rage. That can't be it. The one guy who survived the encounter said it was bandits who killed the old king. True, he's not here right now, hasn't been here since you showed up, but I'll just send for him. He'll tell you got nothing to worry about. With that, wait! You had a witness to the old king's murder this entire time? And you didn't tell us earlier? Then a shepherd Wait. Man, that was fast, even for ancient Greek theater. "You thought it was that guy Jocasta was talking about, but it was me, Theo! I mean the messenger / separate from Corinth, and I'm here to ask you, Oedipus, if you want to be king of Corinth." "Huh?" "You see, your dad back in Corinth died of old age, and you're next in line for the throne. Man, there are a lot of thrones without kings on them around here. This is great. Not that my father is dead, but that I didn't kill him and get with my own mother." "What are you talking about?" "You see, when I was a child, it was prophesied that I'd kill my father and marry my mother. But as you can see, I did neither." "What's going on?" "My birth father just died of natural causes, meaning that whole kill my father and marry my mother thing can't possibly be true. All seers are debunked." Then the Corinthian shepherd drops a big bomb on Erex. "You were adopted. The king of Corinth wasn't your biological father. I found you as a baby and just gave you to the king of Corinth." When the second shepherd / one remaining witness arrives, he basically confirms everything. Oedipus isn't the blood prince of Corinth, he's actually from Thebes. That man he killed all those years ago was in fact his father, and Jocasta is his mother. Naturally, Erex and Jocasta take this about as well as you would. Jocasta hangs herself, and Oedipus uses a brooch from her gown to gouge out his own eyes. Although, to be honest, knowing what he had seen and done, I'd have gouged out my own eyes if I was in Erex's shoes. Afterward, Oedipus stumbles out of the palace. Sans eyes, sans crown, sans everything. Then Creon comes out of the palace, wearing the crown, because he's the last member of Thebes' royal house left standing. And then, in the ultimate nice guy move, Creon's like, "Come back inside, Oedipus." And Oedipus is like, "No, I ordered that the king's murderer be exiled at least. But before I go, can I at least touch my daughters?" And for your information, he just wanted to touch them to know that they were okay. Nothing weird. Get your minds out of the gutter. However, Creon is just like the king of forgive and forget, because he completely agrees to let Oedipus, air quotes, see his daughters again. And he agrees to take care of them when Oedipus is gone. So, blind and alone, Erex leaves Thebes forever. Then the chorus steps up and says, "Call no man fortunate who is not dead, for only the dead are free." So yeah, this genre is called tragedy for a reason. But that was the whole point. Getting the citizens of Athens to experience such suffering through someone else. It was sort of like getting all those pent-up negative emotions out of your system, so they wouldn't interfere with your political decision-making. The Greeks even had a word for the emotional release they got after watching this stuff for 3 whole days. Catharsis. It's sort of like theatrical nirvana. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to help Erex find his way to a flock of stupidly docile sheep. This way, Erex. Come on, come on.